where were you last week? Let me show you some clips so you can get caught back up, okay? See ya.
Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Naughty, naughty, you'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't you...
I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell.
Your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing.
So while you were getting caught up, I was on my way to herbology class. Not everything can be used with a wand. And, who is she?
Pardon. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again.
This is Professor Garlic. She's my favorite so far. But she's our herbology teacher. She teaches us about plants and gardening and stuff. And she had us handle a mandrake on our very first day.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and cut down the soil.
Huh? What? I can't hear you. I can't hear anything. Anyway, she taught me how to plant Dittany, which is going to help with my healing drugs. And then she taught me about these really chompy monsters.
Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping. Yes, Professor.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted...
Well, those things might be useful. They are kind of scary, though. On my way to my next class, I saw Natty. And she was giving me one of the craziest side eyes I've ever seen. Natty? And I have no idea why. Natty? Maybe it has something to do with what she wanted to talk to me about. But we'll get to that after class. What'd I do? Natty? Hey, Natty. 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 Hey, Natty. Natty. Look at me. Look at me.
I hate
Look.
to see a creature
Natty.
get put
Hey.
down like that.
Hey, Natty. Watch your step.
Trolls have
Natty.
no
Hey.
business in
Hey.
Hogsmeade.
Hey, Natty. Hey. Natty? Please talk to me, Natty. Please. Please.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As 5th years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all.
Gonosyphilitis.
Point for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office.
This is Professor Sharp. He's a little stern, but he's another Scarface like me, so I respect him. But on my way to his office, I started talking to some of the other students. And then I found somebody who looks really familiar.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere.
So Gareth is pretty cool, but I think he's a bit of a troublemaker. He wanted me to steal something out of Professor's office so that he could use in one of his potions. He wanted a Fooper feather, and so I went ahead and grabbed it from Professor's office and then brought it to Gareth and talked about it very loudly so that everybody in the class could hear for some reason.
Here's the Fooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished. And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah! Get it! Oh! Dragon Dog! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Edurus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well.
I ain't no snitch. But Professor Sharp basically told me that what I learned in herbology class could actually help a lot in potions class, and the two go hand in hand. But now it was time to go see Natty. She did want to meet really far away, outside of campus, so that nobody could hear us. But I did get to see some really cool scenes along the way. Remember this guy? He's finally learning. I'm so proud of him. I can't wait to get my broom. I did pick up some shrooms along the way, and some moonstones just in case I want to evolve some Pokemon later. I skipped some rocks, and then I finally met up with Natty.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning. but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us, which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair, and the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
But shortly after my talk with Natty, I heard somebody in distress, so I went to go take a look.
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
After we made short work of Mr. Rookwood's henchman, I guess, I finally got to meet Miss Nora. And she's a researcher. She was researching Merlin, the famous Merlin, who actually went to school at Hogwarts. Merlin hid a bunch of things all over, and basically, it's like a puzzle. And she calls it the Trials of Merlin. And if you complete these little puzzles, you actually unlock more slots to hold items in. So, it might be something cool along the way that I get to do. The first one was pretty easy. First, you take Mallowsweet into this circle, and you spread it around. And then, the puzzle will present itself. This one, these little pyres came up, and you had to light them on fire, and once you lit them all on fire, a nice creation presented itself, and a couple more slots in my inventory. On our way out, Miss Nora told me about more Merlin Trials that I should keep an eye out for. But shortly after, I met Grace Pinch Smedley. She's a Slytherin, and she told me a story about her father, and some of their heirlooms got lost on a ship that actually sank in the sea that she's standing next to. She wanted me to go dive and get her items, but it was okay. I did find some items for myself while I was down there.
This must be where the Pinch Smedley family astrolabe is. I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe.
I brought the astrolabe back to Grace, and she was pretty happy. But next, I met a goblin named Arn, and he told me about a bunch of no-good goblins who basically stole all of his stuff and left him with nothing. And he asked if I could go get it back for him, which I did. After fighting off a bunch of wolves and big spiders, I finally found the entrance to this place. I didn't go through the front. I snuck around back, and then I had a pretty big battle with a bunch of evil goblins, but I made short work of them.
Incendio!
That was quite something.
After my battle, I actually found one of the Merlin Trials again. And I went over there, spread some mallow sweet, and found my new puzzle that I had to do. The puzzle involved these 3 big circles with 4 indentions. I had to lead some metal balls over to each one of them and get them all positioned and lined up. Once I did that, the Merlin trial was over and I got more slots unlocked. So not only did I complete a mission, I also completed a Merlin trial. Pretty successful day. On my way back to the castle, I did find another little puzzle, I guess. I got this cube and positioned it on this circle thing, and then I lit it on fire because I saw that the cube had a little fire thingy on it, and then the door opened. I went through the tunnel, and all I really found was one chest that had a pair of gloves in it. So it wasn't really, I guess, worth it. But at least I solved it. I did knock over this one pot out of frustration, though. Once I made it back to the Hufflepuff common room, I was told that there was a painting that needed to talk to me. He actually gave me a mission.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldridge Diggory, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura Recruitment Program, at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book? And the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
I'll do whatever I can.
Wonderful. I am pleased to have been right about you. My great-niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think. I shall see you there, soon I hope.
That's going to be everything for today, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the episode. If you made it this far, please comment down below, the paintings talk? I hope to see you again, and leave a like if you did like the video. Peace out, everybody.